Greetings, most gracious audience. This is the Nerdy Knight reacting to the recent tragedies that have hit America, the latest of which was the untimely demise of Charlie Kirk. My regular content consists of making fun pop culture review and reaction videos, and yes, I'm in the middle of voice recording the third and fourth installments of my Swan Princess review videos, but what has happened within the last few weeks takes precedence over any of that. For a minute, let us reflect on what it means to be a fan of stories. Why do we create stories? What is the fundamental basis for telling stories of heroics and good triumphing over evil? Why do we find them inspiring? Sure, they can take us away to another world. But if a story is rooted in the basic morality of good and evil, a good author will try to inspire us to do good. The oldest example of that is the Bible, as it retells the rise and fall of nations, and the fundamental fallen nature of humanity that Jesus came to save. Humanity needs inspiration for good. Without it, we lose our moral compass and go astray. Unfortunately, the tragedies of the past few weeks, though perhaps random, were also sadly predictable. Humanity has chosen to stray from the inspirational heroics of both historical and fictional characters ranging from Jesus Christ and George Washington and Daniel Penny to Spider-Man and Aragorn. Heroes try to save lives. And one faction of America's politics has gone out of its way time and again over the past few decades to deny the smallest and most innocent children of their right to life. And I will not spare Mark Hamill of my criticism of him in this regard. I love Luke Skywalker, and I believe that he would do everything to protect the unborn children. Mark Hamill is the opposite of the very hero he portrayed and wanted his own granddaughter done away with while she was in the womb. Because of this, Mark Hamill has become a Sith, not a Jedi. He didn't even bother to absorb the lessons of the stories he starred in, and is perhaps the biggest disappointment in Hollywood because of it. But was this faction of death going to stop with legalizing the murder of the unborn? No. We all knew it was a slippery slope. Eventually they would root for the eradication of people outside of the womb, without even the right to a fair trial, without even being presumed innocent until proven guilty. Even then, the insanity didn't stop there. They would then go on to root for gender confusion and destroy the definition of marriage between one man and one woman. And that kind of nut-job thinking is what produced the psychotic feminized eunuch terrorists who shot up a Catholic church filled with innocent children. But we're supposed to be kind to the feelings of terrorists, right? We're supposed to turn a blind eye to child castration and mutilation and play along with their fantasies, right? We're supposed to play along with a gender-confused person and falsely call them by their preferred pronouns instead of their biological pronouns from birth, right? We're supposed to tolerate the so-called teachers who put up the rainbow flags in their classrooms and shove this gender confusion down the throats of innocent children who aren't even theirs, right? These teachers and surgeons watched the same movies of heroics we did and read the same books that we did, and yet came away with all the wrong, warped conclusions. Concerning the Ukrainian lady who met her tragic demise in Charlotte, all I can say is that there are multiple failures on so many levels. We saw a man let go multiple times after committing in excess of 10 criminal offenses, all in the name of reparations and equity and not wanting to look racist. We saw politicians eat cake after said Ukrainian woman was stabbed to death, as pointed out by Archcast. But perhaps most disappointing of all, we saw citizens on the train not even step in to try to stop the killer. Did the other citizens on the train never watch a single traditional heroic film? Did they never even see a Spider-Man movie? Forget Spider-Man himself, did the people on the train never even see the inspirational scene in the first Spider-Man movie when the other New Yorkers stepped in and bravely threw stuff at the Green Goblin? For the matter of that, did they never even see all the grateful citizens on the train in Spider-Man 2 bravely stand between a battered Spider-Man and Doc Ock? Apparently, we don't live in Sam Raimi's America of brave citizens. We have pathetic and weak cowards. Thankfully, not everyone is pathetic and weak. Charlie Kirk certainly wasn't. Charlie was a man of character. Charlie Kirk was made of sterner stuff. He was a man with undaunted courage to the very end. He stood with his fellow patriots to the end of the line. And sadly, he met his end. And verily, the forces of evil rejoice on social media while spewing out their vile celebrations. For what reason did Charlie meet his end? Had he committed a crime? Had he committed heinous acts of violence which required payment of the highest magnitude? No. He merely spoke his mind and did what he could to tell the truth. I thought this was America, where we were supposed to have freedom of speech as long as we didn't call for violence unprovoked. Rest in peace, Charlie. I pray there will be justice on your behalf. In the end, with all the pop culture we have to enjoy, I hope we as fans of good entertainment will once again start absorbing the correct lessons of righteousness and bravery from said stories, particularly the Bible. Because right now, I see people only taking all the wrong lessons away from our beloved tales, and America suffers because of it. Let us try to be heroic and brave like Aragorn, and not sniveling like the pathetic Gollum. I apologize that this isn't the usual pop culture video that I enjoy making, but I felt the need to comment after several weeks worth of tragedies befalling this nation. And I pray things will soon improve. But in the meantime, go forth. Be gracious to everyone, be a positive light in the dark, and may God bless you.